Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this tutorial, we will be creating this kind of Instagram post design. So if this is something you would want to learn how to create, then stick around until the end of this tutorial because I will show you every single step by step I used in creating this so you can be able to recreate it. So if you're ready, let's dive right in. So the first step is to get a blank page. So you come over to Canva homepage and click on Instagram post. So I'm going to right click it so I can open it in a different tab. So click on Instagram post square. So let me zoom in and then we'll set our background. We'll be using a gradient for our background. So let's go to color, select this gradient. Our first color will be using FDB94C. And for the second color, we use E55S36. Then we'll use this style of gradient. This is the style we'll be using. So with our gradient set, we need to also get a square shape, a circle shape rather. So go to Element, to select a circle. Increase the size. Let's give it a different color. The color code for this will be F6F8D4. Then position it. We need another element which is like a white overlay. So I think I recently used it, so I should be able to see it in my recently used. So I'm just going to search. Okay, this is the one I'm looking for. And the name is White Transparent Gradient Overlay. So that's the name. Going to increase the size and then position it to back because I want it behind this circle. Now we can get our fruit. And the name of the fruit basket we use is fruit and vegetable. So select this. So you can search for fruit and vegetable in your elements, then you find this. And let's remove the background. And then position this where we want it to be. I need to increase the size a little bit. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is to add a drop shadow to this image. So let's look for a drop shadow. So I'll be using this one. Just search for drop shadow, you find it. So let's use this. I'll resize it. Duplicate. Duplicate, then position this. So we're going to ensure that drop shadow is behind our image. So we'll go to position, layers, and ensure that our image is above all the three drop shadows. So we also need to do one last thing for this drop shadow. Let's go back to position to select the three of them. Go to transparency, just reduce it a little. 70. Then 70 is okay, so let's leave it at that. Let's see if we can bring down this one a little. Go to position and select it. All right, I think this is okay. So the next thing we will do is to, let me be sure this is centered. So let's go to position and center it. All right. So the next thing we have to do is to create or to add our text. So go to text, pick a heading, vibrant and nutritious. Vibrant and nutritious. Reduce the font. Font we'll be using for this is called Angela White. I hope I should be able to find it in my recently used. Yes, here it is. Now let's increase this to 58. Bring it here. Change the color to this color. And let's ensure that it is positioned at the center. So go to position and center it. The next test we need for this design is vegetable. The next test. I will be using another font. We'll be using a font that has a grungy effect. So it should also be my recently used. So the name of the font is Zoom. Let's search for it. Zoom. Yeah, Zoom Rough Bold. That's the font. We increase the font size to 168. 168. Position it. Go to position and send to center. Give it the same color as the previous test. Now we can add an effect. So let's go to effects, add a shadow effect with a black color. And then reduce the offset, maybe 47 or 45. Let's use 45. We also need to add a shadow effect to this vibrant, the same black color. So this is cool. I need to bring this, both the tests, bring them down a little. I think this is okay. So now we need to add other elements for this design. We'll add a logo, add social media handles, social media icons, and then we will be done for this. So let's go ahead and add logo. Now, if you're designing this kind of post for your business, of course, you should know that you'll be adding your own brand logo. So for this, I'll be using Leaks pattern. I will make it a capital letter, then position it somewhere here. I need to reduce this. Reduce this to 20. Let's change the color to the color we'll be using for our test. Then place it somewhere here. Duplicate. And then enter here. But for this, we'll need to change the font because I want a different font for it. So I'll be using Roboto Condensed. And then I'll be using the regular Roboto Condensed. So it's regular already, so it's on board. And then I'll place it here. Need to increase the letter spacing. Reduce this font to 16. Increase the letter spacing. Then ensure that it is is well positioned directly under the logo text. Once I have that done, I can then group the two of them. I need to be sure that it is positioned properly. Center. Then we can then group. So logo well positioned. Now we can go ahead and add fonts. I mean our social media icon. So because I don't have, for you to add social media icon, usually you can get them from the elements. If you just search for Facebook, for instance, Facebook logo, you can get them. But these days, Canva now wants us to use the brand fetch. So you can use brand fetch to fetch any brand logo you want. For those of you who are not familiar with brand fetch, let me show you how it works. Okay, we cannot access brand fetch currently. I don't know why. But what you need to do is once you open your brand fetch, you enter the URL of a brand you're looking for or the name of the brand you're looking for. Once you enter the name of the brand you're looking for, you'll be able to access the logo of that brand. That's how to access logo, any logo at all of any brand you want. Just go to apps and search for brand fetch, and then you find the logo. So because I can't currently access the brand fetch now, I'll just copy the logo from my previous design and then paste it here. So I have the logo well positioned. So I have logo for Facebook, Instagram, and X, formerly Twitter. So what I need to do is to make sure that they are properly aligned with this. So I go to position with the icons and logo selected, select middle. So this is okay. And the other thing we also need, let's add a shape here. Go to elements, go to elements and pick this shape, a rectangle shape. Then bring this down. We'll give it a gradient color, the same gradient we used for the background. But in this case, we're going to change the style of the gradient. We're going to change it to, let's click on it. Change the style to maybe this. Let's reduce this a little bit. So here is where we can enter our website link, our website URL, our contact number, and so I'm going to pick all of the items we need for this. So just search for shop now. On your element, you find this shop now button. You'll find this, that's the name of this button, shop now button. So bring this down. Let's reduce it one more time. Then position it at the center. Give this a color. Give it a color, the same color we'll be using. So how did I get the second color? I think let's see. Let's change all these colors. Okay, because I imported this logo. So let me see. Because I want all of these to be the same color. FE F8 D4 FE. Okay, this is supposed to be FE. So let's change it to FE and change all to FE. Also need to change the text to FE because that's the original. All right. So the next thing, let's reduce this one more time. Then position it to the center and get our website icon. Just search for website icon in the element, you'll find it. I need to reduce this size to about 42 pixel. So once you come to position, go to advanced. That's where you can reduce the size of any shape at all. So 42, bring it down. Change the color to this one. Now let's add a text. I'll be using the body www.fruitsandveggies.com. Position it. Let's increase to 18. Change the color to this. Adjust. And make sure it is aligned to the middle, the icon and the text. So go to middle. And then group. Adjust this now because we now have another element here. So the last element we will be adding there will be our phone number. So we'll use this one, phone icon. Reduce as well to 42 so that we can have uniform size for all our icons. 42. Bring it down. Get a test. To add a phone number 0812345678. 9. Let's use leaks pattern for this because we want it bigger. Let's make the size. Let's see what 24 looks like. Cool. And then ensure that it is aligned to the middle with the icon. So we'll go back to position, middle align. Let's change the color of these two. And this one as well. The spacing is too much, so we need to select these 3 items here. 1, 2, 3. Go to position and then tidy up so we can have equal spacing. And align to top. Group it and align to center. Good, so this is what we have. We are almost done with this design. So I need to add a few other elements for the background. So I'll go to my recently used and find the elements I need. Let's see if, good, this is what I'm looking for. Bulky transparent overlay. So I'll bring this to here and increase the size. Go to position and send to back. Now what last element I need for this design is an overlay. Let me see between these two, okay? So this is the one. It is called dust film texture transparent overlay. So you add it here, increase the size, position it, and that's it for your design. So this is what we have. I hope this is simple enough for you to recreate. So this is how you can create something like this for your Instagram post. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Let's do just a minor adjustment because I noticed that this our test here, the vibrant and nutritious it's not legible. So we need to adjust this element here. Let's increase the size and then reposition it so that we can have a better view of our text. Good. Then we need to also increase this. All right. So this is it. And we need to add, I almost forgot, we need to add discount, 30% off. So I'll change this color to this, get our text, 30% off. So let's change that to uppercase, reduce the size, and bring it here. So this is it. Let's reduce the line spacing. Okay, cool. And we need to adjust this white gradient behind. So let's go to layers so we can access it, this gradient here. All right. So this is our final design. Go ahead and recreate it and let me see what you got. I hope to see you in my next tutorial. So for now, it's a bye from me.